Get everything all up and running.
Hi, Sash.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi,
Hell,
Dano.
Move this up just a little bit here. Get everything looking a little bit prettier. Sash, do you know anything about what's going on with Hayden?
He's probably still asleep. I can try calling him though.
If you think he's gonna wake up, I'd call him. But if you think he's just gonna stay asleep, then we can let him be.
I'll give him a try. If he doesn't answer, then I'll let him be.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
you say you try and once you're asleep, all bets.
Oh, he wants the old college try. Well, everybody I know is dead. Jesus. Fuck Sandra.
Yeah, looks like we might be out of luck.
Alright, sounds good. It's all good if we're druidless.
He was up quite late, so.
Yeah, I noticed, what is it? I saw him posting online like really late. I'm like, dude, are you gonna be able to play tonight?
God.
To be fair, it's my fault.
It's all good. We got pink smoke. We're good.
I think we may have just lost this after 50 minutes. I'm so annoyed right now. What should I need? Jesus.
Oh, for God's sake. We're on stream at the moment, right? Just double checking before I lose my mind.
Up in here, up in here. Sorry. Dumb song.
Such a fan.
What happened?
Oh, look,
Good up.
about a month ago, we had a rubella outbreak because people went on holiday, came back, and they're like, oh, whoops.
See, they had an Ebola outbreak?
No, Rubella.
Bella.
Okay, I was just like, what the fuck?
That.
Okay, and
good.
now we have another measles alert,
Ugh.
and I'm like, vaccinations, people! Christ!
Jesus. Anti-vax bombs are like, meh.
Especially when I, like, because I work in pathology, so all the people who have this is probably going to come see me.
Hey.
Get blood tests to be like, oh, yeah, confirmed. Bloody, ugh. I don't want it.
You cough on them, that's what you do.
woman come in before, and the doctor had like swabbed some rashes that were on her, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay. And she brought the sample over to me, and it's like, yeah, they reckon I have chickenpox. I'm like, why are you in front of me? Why are you standing in front of me with? Why? Why?
All right, are we ready to roll then?
Shoot.
Both figuratively and literally.
So,
I'd rather not literally roll. That would be dizzying after a while.
Yes, Dad. I'm ready to roll.
Awesome. So you guys just finished this major encounter where you doubled up on baddies here, and you guys.
My fault again.
Oh no. You just just need to get into your little stealth there, just a little bit. Find your footing. Find your footing that is above a 1. All right, so we
holy crap, we pulled it off. I told the Jacks just freaking fight with me. I'll tank everything. And we finally did. Tanked all the. Holy crap.
so.
Sorry. I
Yeah,
didn't mean to
no,
interrupt.
it's all good. It's a god. So where we're at is you guys have found 2 golden rings that you found in 2 separate rooms thus far, and Dano's carrying both of them.
My precious.
And you guys have just finished beating off some kobold zombies, a bigger zombie, and a bunch of skeletons. So what is the plan?
Talking smack people online. It's fun.
More exploring.
Yay!
Yeah,
Sir.
hopefully you don't die.
Currently loading, so.
Oh, yeah.
That is always the goal.
Oh, by the way, what's behind this door with the skull drawn in front of it? Or did
Oh,
you not-
I heard death behind it.
What do you mean you heard death?
Just a lot of things, apparently.
So what had happened? What had happened is that after the fight with the large group of baddies down there at the very bottom, where you had like the giant ballooning guy and whatnot, and you guys checked the chest down there, the cleric went into the other room, and he listened on that door, and he heard baddies on the inside.
Since we were ending at that point, I went ahead and just marked it so I'd remember.
Oh, right.
So that's the reason why that was marked like that.
Then we went a whole session and didn't even bother with it.
Right.
So, still there.
All right. So where would you guys like to move now?
That's a wall, right?
Yes, that is part of the wall.
Right, okay.
I ran out of space.
What was that up here?
I don't know. we are investigating, are we not?
I can't remember if we like went to it or not.
No, we didn't. We just finished the fight, then we
Right,
Went
we're
to
going
the
Called
this
it
way,
that.
apparently.
Okay. Be sure to show me your steps as you move.
In which case, I'm staying back here.
Mhm. And don't forget your dog either.
I have a dog.
I have a dog.
Oh, is that Dodge?
No. He is
Good doggy?
he is a
Stop-
heckin' good boy.
Stop in there, because someone can check the traps.
Me? Why me? I'm shit.
Perception people.
As a matter of fact, you open your eyes to go and search the area, and for some reason, some dust from the skeletons you were fighting earlier falls through your helmet and gets in your eyes, and you have to rub them because you can't see.
Explain this real fast for me, 'cause I'm like, here, they're there.
Explain what?
How did it get in my eyes from like 50 feet away?
No. It was
Because you rolled a 1.
still, yeah. It's because you rolled a 1.
That's true.
Like, does he
No.
need to explain more than that? You rolled a 1.
No, I
We're-
understand it.
We're all clear then, so I shall proceed first.
Just some dust blows from over here and just manages to
I shall peek
thread
around
the
corner.
needle into my eyeballs.
Okay.
I can see it.
Click. Roll a dexterity check.
Yeah, so I get advantage. Nice.
See that thing I was trying to do? That's what you should have tried to do.
And give
Yeah,
your
I'll save.
Oh,
where is did you roll your check?
No, not yet.
Okay, go ahead and roll that for me if you would.
Why? That's the strength save.
Yeah. That's not a dex save.
Damn it, such a good roll!
Ow.
it was a good roll.
Hold on just a second here.
Oh boy.
Take 4 damage. You fail to notice, what is it, a trap lying on the ground. And as you step over and trip the wire, the trap takes and comes up and cuts at your feet, basically. And hold on just a second, I will move these up. So you have tripped the trap, and the trap has also attracted the attention of the bad guys.
And
I'm gonna need healing, because I didn't realize how low I was.
Oh my god.
how much health do you have?
10.
He dead.
The paladin could touch you, or do you still have any magical spells?
Yeah, I got potion.
You got a potion. 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, let me take that.
And let's just have everybody roll initiative for right now.
Initiative?
Yep.
Okay.
I go first.
Nope.
Unless you know somebody rolls like a 6.
What is this Twitch card?
Okay. Let's see here.
Quick side note, did anyone watch the crap guides to D&D that I found?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I thought they were hilarious.
There's actually Bard and Barbarian as well. I didn't find them before.
That is great. I laughed thoroughly. And we should be good to go here in just a minute.
Oh, by the way, Despo.
Yeah.
Are you showing the correct area on screen?
Pardon?
Are you showing the correct area on screen?
I should be.
Yes. I'm watching this time carefully.
I am going to move this over just so that the audience can see better too. All right. So, person that goes first is going to be this guy here. Okay. And then it's going to be the cleric. So, Alexander, you're up next.
No.
If I'm not mistaken, that sacred flame that we were looking at before, I don't think it actually takes ruby dust. I honestly think that it takes alcohol. if I'm not mistaken.
Looked it up on the thingy. It was right there on the character sheet.
No, I meant what is it? I think that I don't think it is. Yeah, no, Sacred Flame right here is. No, it's only verbal and what is it? There is no material need for it. So you should be able to do that if you so choose as a cantrip. I was looking at that earlier and I was like, there should be a reason. There, I don't think that is fully 100% correct. So I was like, that seems like a lot for a cantrip.
So it needs to do a deck save.
Yep.
And
And it does a D8 radiant.
yeah, I was just curious, like, that would add to it since the roll.
There should be a section on the spells page, on your spells page, and it'll tell you what modifier you get for attacking with spells.
Um, well, that's
You get a +4 bonus for attacks with spells.
We need.
so I don't see that. You see cantrips, spells. Oh,
Okay.
never mind. Up. Ha ha ha.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, sir, +4. Alright, why
Yep.
not? Just give it a shot.
let's see. And which one were you attacking?
Yes, why not?
The what?
The one that walked up, yes.
Yep. Okay, you do miss.
But to one thing.
Okay, so next is going to be. So the next person, next highest is at 9. Okay.
Does that make?
Nope. I'm going to move some other guys real quick. Okay. Okay, and he's going to attack the barbarian. And he is definitely going to hit with a 22 to AC. Oh, what? And 4 damage.
Says 15 device.
Oh, that was the 15 versus AC that I had on there. I should have set up the damage a little bit differently. I could change that a little later, need be. Other than that, it next is going to be Dan Zool's turn, I think. You're next in line, right?
Well, I've got a 9, if that's next. Highest.
I think that's next. Yeah.
Me?
Wow.
7?
No, I got a 9. So,
Yep, Dan Zool's first.
and I'll Idic Blast to that one.
Okay, sounds good. and you will miss that Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
And then next, it's going to be this guy here, who will attack the barbarian. And will also hit with a 21 to AC. And he will do... And make a con save real quick here. So roll for your Constitution. All right, you save. Don't worry about it. And then next it should be, I think, Felice. Felice, you are next.
Okay. Well, potion. Can't believe I forgot to heal before the thing. That puts me back to 12.
Okay. Now you have your movement action yet.
Yeah, so full potion now. Oh,
So, what did we learn?
The
Tank.
when you deck save.
Tank. What did we learn?
Wait, what?
Get behind the...
Tank needs to do his job and get out in front.
Gonna use
No, I can only move so far.
use Operation
Use
Get
your
behind...
meat shield.
Yeah. Get behind the meat shields.
I'm a shell meat.
Shelby?
yeah, okay. Full
Shit.
movement to there.
Daniel,
Why?
Okay.
no.
Ah.
With the disengage.
Okie dokie.
Just out of curiosity, in terms of the crazy traps we've managed to instigate, what's our passing like with those?
What's your what?
Like, is it gonna come at me? Do I need to get out of the way, or?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to move that. Cool.
Huh?
Like, what, say that one more time, please.
So you've got the two traps that
Mhm.
we've obviously triggered because someone ran in.
Yep.
Is it gonna come spinning along that wall in my direction, so I need to get out of the way?
Hold on just a second here. I will show you what it does. It follows a line like that.
Oh, okay.
So if you are inside this line here, you're going to get hit.
In which case, I'm okay for now.
Yes.
I just thought it might run along the wall next to where the barbarian, myself, and the paladin are standing, and in which case we might be in trouble.
No, they kind of rotate up here like this, and then they rotate back like that. Is how they work. All right. So, and what were you doing? You did your movement. You did your action. What was the other thing you were going to do, Felice?
That's it.
That was it? Okay, so next after that is going to be Seiyuki.
Okay. Well, I have a prime target about yes.
Yep.
So if I could get a mark on said target.
Yep. There's your mark. What did you...
Oh, that's damage. My bad.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit, and I'll just keep that damage. You do miss.
But you
That's
said you're-
okay.
He's gonna keep damage though.
I keep forgetting it's like one than the other.
Not a problem. And then after that, it's going to be Palf. Piece of advice: go and touch the barbarian.
Yeah.
Palf,
What?
you ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so piece of advice: you might want to walk over and do this here, like like this, and touch that barbarian.
Probably
What?
not stand
Oh yeah, that's right. So
there.
you're gonna want to move over and touch the barbarian. You can move over one more without getting hit. You can move here and not get hit.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, touch the barbarian.
With what?
Lay hands on.
Oh.
That would probably be. I'm not telling you what to do, but what I'm saying is that might be the best course of action to give him some hit points.
How do I do lay hands on?
It's an automatic.
Mm-hmm.
So and then
Gee, I can't thank you enough.
uh, Vosex Utuk, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. So if you use lay hands on, what it'll do is it gives him 15 hit points.
Oh.
It'll just immediately give him 15 hit points, and then he'll be good. The only thing is that you won't be able to attack, but you'll be able to give him some healing. Do you want to do that, or do you want to attack?
I want to do that.
Okay, so he does lay hands on you, Ordo, and you gain his charismatic power allows you to gain 15 hit points.
Okay. Go.
And then hold on, let me make sure that this drops down one more here. And then after that, it's going to be one more baddie's turn. Or is it two? It's two. Okay. Okay. Next is going to start over. So this guy is going to come up. 1, 2. And for some reason, the trap doesn't move when he crosses the line.
You got more of them living.
Hacks.
Rigged.
Oof.
And he attacks the paladin and does 3 damage. Next we have a kobold here who's going in. He's also going to attack the paladin. And he will miss. Oh, and it's Alexander's turn.
This guy is currently pink smoke. Yes.
He's currently what?
This dude currently pink smoke.
No, he's there.
Dude, that's me.
Pink smoke person has been pink smoked.
Okay. And I guess we'll just swing at this dude who stepped up.
Okay, sounds good. Well, that definitely hits.
That's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage. And he
All the
is down. Next is going to be...
If we kill them all here, it'll stop the trap.
Just pile the bodies on the trap. Everything will be good.
Exactly.
Plug it up with a bunch of bodies.
Just lay him in a line. It's fine.
Alright, so then this guy is going to attack the paladin as well. Ooh. Hit for 3 damage.
They don't like
They hate me a lot.
it. Well, glad it's not me for once. And I'll pat you on the head.
4, 5. Oh, Palf, I forgot to tell you that you got a new weapon as well. The number of creatures that are next to you, you add +2 for each creature next to you, directly next to you, to the damage attack you do with one swing.
Oh, is that a +6 for his current situation?
His current situation right now, he would get a +8 to damage
Oh yeah, yeah.
because you got a new greatsword.
When can I do that?
Pretty soon here.
When you attack.
Okay, the skeleton's gonna attack. He's gonna miss. And then it's going to be Barbarian's turn.
Okay, just get the one in front of me then.
There is no one in front of you. Unless you're talking about the green guy.
Let's not hit him. We'll go 1, 2, 4.
Alright.
Actually, no, hold on.
Alright. Go for it. Hold on a second here. Your great sword does hit.
Oh.
As strange as that sounds, it does hit.
Yeah.
Okay. You definitely slice into some meat,
Yeah.
and he does feel that. Definitely feels that. Next up after you is going to be Sayuki.
Okay.
Wait, I thought I was.
Oh no, Danzul's next.
I was gonna say.
I think yeah,
Hey,
I think I
go on,
skipped.
Kat.
I think I skipped over Danzul on accident.
I will.
Take a drink of my Slurpee.
It's like, let me see. Anyway, yeah, thank you. Literally taking the most obnoxious time to make a move. And why isn't this loading? What the? Okay. What I'd like to do? Okay. Like I was saying, I'm going to do use my second and last reagent I have, my Shatter spell,
Okay.
and I will. I'll target it from where this skeleton is here.
Okay.
So I will get those.
So this one here, it's a 10-foot spell, right?
Yeah, 10-foot radius.
10-foot radius?
And I'm pretty sure from that guy, like, he hits, like, no, like, Soda Boy and Barbarian aren't gonna get hit.
No, everybody right there will get hit if it's a 10-foot radius. You need to put it on this guy here. Well, actually, you would need to place it over here, like this, so that it doesn't hit the turtle. Because if you place it here, it's going to hit the. Here, I'll just show you real quick.
Yeah, pull up because I already thought it was like kind of
Actually,
the
I
first square on the target.
think shape-wise, if he puts it here, it's gonna miss everybody but him.
So right now I have it attached to this creature right here. That's how big this spell is going to be.
We can't see it.
I can't see anything.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to.
Gotta layer. gotta give us that layer.
Hey, yep, no problem. Right now, that's how it looks.
So even on that guy, it hit the paladin.
Yep, it would still hit the paladin. So what you could do is you could actually place the spell here, and then that'll target all 5 of these guys, as well as this guy down here, and it won't hit any of, your teammates.
Yeah. Oh, I'll do that then.
Okay.
Hang it from there. That point.
Alright, sounds good. So, go ahead and,
I don't think it's a target spell. You just have 6 con checks.
yeah. I think that's, yeah. So, hold on just a second. It hits. What is it? It hits 4 of the 6. So I'm just gonna go in order here real quick. It's 4 of the 5, I should say. Because this guy here was dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my fault. It was going to be just these 5 here then. So you hit 4 of the 5, and with the way this is set up right now, the guy that's saved is the skeleton. So go ahead and roll your damage, and he still takes half, I think, right?
I believe.
Half as much damage on a successful one. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it then. Roll your damage. Your 3d8.
3d8.
Okay. Well, this guy here, he dies.
Important damage is still damage.
Yeah. Okay. And this guy dies as well. And then this guy here. Fantastic. All right, now do you want to move?
We'll go. Just move 1 down to
Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
Next up,
there. So
will be Seiyuki. Oh, and would you like to narrate what happened, seeing as you killed 2 characters?
Alright. I've reached into my back pocket, that's holding things. I pull out another shard, hold it in my hand, channeling it, feeding as much power as I can into it. Launch it out into a section of room behind all the enemies. out rings a loud thundering blast, and I watch as 2 of the targets I hit just fall over dead, crumpling.
And you celebrate by slurping on a on a drink
Yeah.
of some kind.
I just magically pull out a drink and be like, my task is done.
Fantastic. I love that. Go ahead, Sayuki, you're up.
Okay. Choices. Can I please mark
Yeah,
this guy?
no problem.
Try this again.
He has been marked.
Wrong mark.
Oh, yep. That is definitely the wrong mark. There we go.
No.
That is definitely a miss. I am sorry.
It's okay. I'm just obviously having a day.
It's all good. Next, this guy is going to move up 1, and he's going to attack the paladin. That is really weird. Let me move him to the front here real quick. Or move that to the back. There we go. Yay! And it misses you. Palf. The zombie misses you. He attacks your AC for 16, but if I'm not mistaken, your AC is 20.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so he doesn't hit you.
I'm pretty sure it was at least 5, but I was 2-hand sword.
Yep. And next up is going to be Palf.
Me?
Yep, who you hitting?
Can I use the greatsword?
Yeah, which guy? Can you ping him for me?
This guy.
That guy? All right. So go ahead and roll to hit. It's a
What?
D20 plus 5. You definitely hit. Now, when you roll your damage, I want you to add 8 on top of it. So you're going to be rolling, what is it, 2d6 plus 11.
2d6?
2d6 plus 11.
Plus 11, that's madness.
Yeah. Oh god. Full crit. Like critical damage.
What?
The zombie goes down. And stays down. Yep. And Palf takes a big old sip of that juice he's got.
How we get the slab every.
I just conjure up another drink and hand it to him. Don't care if I can't conjure shit, I'm conjuring shit now.
Palf, do you want to describe what happened?
Sure.
All right, tell us what happened.
I'm out. Oh god. I poke him.
Yeah, you just walk up with your greatsword, and all you do is you effortlessly stab, and it literally goes straight through him, and you cut upward. The zombie got tongue buried. Awesome. All right, let's move on to who is next. It's going to be this guy is next, and he's going to attack the paladin. And does an 11 hit your AC? Palf, does an 11 hit your AC?
Go check now. No.
Nope. Good. Fantastic. Next is going to be Alexander.
Still think castle every time. Fantastic.
You definitely hit.
Still a lot of damage. Skeleton.
And you kill him. He's done for. Next up is going to be...
You don't want me to describe it?
Go ahead, describe it.
Wind up with my warhammer, I sneeze and he dies.
Fantastic.
I just look confused.
Oh, what is it? Dan Zool, I forgot, I haven't been asking you this. Have you been adding your temporary hit points for your kills?
No,
Part of one of your class features for your warlock is anytime you drop a what is it, a creature or whatnot, you gain hit points equal to your warlock level and your charisma modifier. And those are temporary hit points. So once battle ends, those temporary hit points go away.
charisma modifier, you said, right?
Level and charisma modifier for
So,
each one that you drop.
So I have 5 charisma level 3, so that's 8.
Yep.
So I've got 16 because I've dropped 2, right?
Yep.
Alright.
But once the fight ends, all of those
Yeah.
temporary hit points go away. Just so you know.
That's right. Yep.
All right.
And
So
if I take damage, it comes out of the temporary one first, right?
exactly. So next up is going to be this guy here, who's going to attack the paladin. And he's definitely going to miss with that one there. An 8 definitely doesn't hit your AC. Right, Palf?
Huh?
Everything died.
An 8 doesn't hit your AC, right?
No.
Okay, good. This skeleton is going to move up, and he's going to attack the barbarian.
Why is he running from me?
And I think he's going to miss. Yes! 10 versus AC does not hit your AC. Right, Felice?
Oh, sorry, no.
And then next it's going to be Dan Zool.
Wait. I will, I'll simply hit that guy there with an Edict Blast.
Not a problem. Go for it.
Ugh.
And that is a miss. Next up is going to be Felice.
I'm not seeing it. Is there still a person alive in that square in front of me?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
There's a skeleton right there.
Okay, alright, no worries. I'll hit him.
Or
You do miss.
Okay, alright, no worries. I shall wallow in my shame and keep my turn.
Next up is going to be Seiyuki.
Okay. I still have a marked target over there somewhere, so we'll just
Go for it.
cry into eternity when I miss again.
You do hit.
Ah, yeah!
I do damage. Woohoo!
Something.
And then we add another 1 on top of this because they're +1 arrows. And that does cause him to look like he's about to fall to the ground. And he falls dead. would you like to tell us what happened?
So I'm kind of sitting obviously far away from the group and a little bit sulky at this point because this is my third attempt and I still haven't managed to hit anything. It just keeps flying past into the wall. So I'm just kind of just take my shot, and as soon as it dunks into the guy's head, I kind of jump back a little bit and go, hang on, what? But then he falls over, so I was like, oh, okay. Little shrug there.
Do you also take a slurp of a Slurpee of some kind?
I pet my doggo and tell him he's a heckin' good boy.
Fantastic. All right, Palf, you're up.
Hmm?
You got two guys you can hit. There's a skeleton here, and there's also a zombie kobold here.
Where's the skeleton?
Skeleton is in the square right below you.
Can I kill the kobold?
Yes, you can.
What should I use?
Your great sword, and
Oh,
then and then you add a +2 to that.
yeah. My D20?
No, to your damage at the very end.
Okay.
All right. Well, you do hit, so go ahead and then add what is it? +5 to damage. So 2d6 +5, or 2d6 +6. Sorry. Well, you drop
Oh.
him dead.
I did that again.
Yeah. What did you do this time with your greatsword? Did you poke this one as well?
No, I accidentally fell and it was on my back.
Oh, you slipped and fell backwards and you crushed him under your spiked shell?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. All right, so next...
I fell on my Slurpee.
Fell in your Slurpee. Next up is Alexander.
What's left?
There's one guy in this square here. The zombie that's in there has that. There you go.
Well, let's have some. Recorded.
All I wanted is freaking sharks with the laser beams attached to their heads.
I second that.
that is definitely a miss. And
But it was worth it.
the skeleton here is going to attack the paladin. There we go. And miss. And then it is going to be Danzul's turn.
Wait. I'll hit that skeleton boy there.
All right, sounds good. That is definitely a miss. I am sorry. Next up is going to be Felice.
Why
think
can't
I'm
we
not
kill
gonna
it?
Okay.
Sometimes this does happen in game.
Yeah, I
Right,
know.
so the boy is still alive in front of me.
Yes.
Continue. Okay. Shit, it continues.
All right. Next up is
While I further myself.
next up is going to be. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I pat the barbarian on the shoulder, going dead there.
Seems like you're being boned. Oh God. Is Dez listening in on this?
You would agree with that.
Yeah, he definitely would. Sashera, you're up next.
He's not here. I have to.
Okay. Well, the only thing left is the skeleton. Hmm.
I take it you're going.
Probably gonna sound like a silly question, but is it possible for me to? Well, I'm not gonna get close in this turn, but if we're still in combat by the time we make it up there, can I disable traps?
Sure.
Alright, so if I go
2.
that'll do me for now.
Don't you have 6 movement?
Was that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait.
You could. I think you still have
3,
1 more.
5, 6. Oh, that should be 6.
Okay, never mind then.
I was in front of the dog.
Okay. And then after that, it's going to be Palp's turn.
Oh,
Yeah, that's definitely going to be your
Yeah.
turn.
That's quite far.
Yes. Are you going to attack the skeleton?
Yep.
Go for it.
Oh.
You're still kind of kicking and moving around trying to stand back up after you slipped
what
and
is
fell on your shell.
happening?
All right. It's going to attack, and it is going to attack the paladin. Ooh!
Yow.
Paladin takes 4 damage.
Did it take damage?
Yes, you did. You took 4.
Take
Oh,
a
my
lot of
leg.
damage in this fight.
He took damage from being dizzy. Skeleton like smacks him on the side and he just spins around on the spot like a spinning top.
So you should have 27 health now because you got hit by that. Let me make sure that everything is all run correctly on that. There you go. Okay. And then next it's going to be Alexander's turn. Hammer time?
Yeah,
But you definitely hit.
screw this guy.
Your hammer seems to be a little bit more effective than the arrows from previous previous encounters.
My goodness, it's almost like crushing bones works.
I never would have guessed that. What a smack.
And next up after that is going to be Danzul.
I'll just hit the skeleton boy again.
Go for it.
Wait.
Nope.
I'm done. I'm out.
All right, Barbarian, you're up.
Still alive.
We're fighting a
Yeah, 'cause
boss
I
right
can't
now.
hit to save my life.
Well, that definitely hits.
Takes a
Like that's the skeleton, right?
Yep.
That we're trying to hit. I got it. I charge up Medic Blast. Looks really impressive. I fire it, and somehow I shoot it through the gaps in his rib cage, not actually touching him at all.
Ooh, that is a lot of damage right there.
And I'm just like, ugh.
And that is enough to kill him.
I hope so.
Would you like to narrate how you killed him, Felice?
After wallowing in my own self-pity, I realised that I'm not so different from the people around me.
Cute flash of me shooting through the rib cage, so it gets.
So I stand up, reach back, and I slaughter.
Fantastic.
So if it makes you feel any better, this fight, 3 swings I took, I hit each one. The laser thing, not so much.
All right. So, for those of you that are trained in perception or investigation, you, if you have a dex that's above 14 or 14 or above, you can choose to try and disable the trap.
That
Or-
would be my job.
Or we can do what's called take 10, and then you just take a longer time to disable the trap.
I have perception, I just don't have dex, so, pass.
I got a 15
Okay.
there.
You can get into that other square there too. Yep.
Just don't want to,
Just making sure.
Yep. No problem.
I don't want to
Perception roll?
light off.
What is it? You're going to try and disable the trap? All right. Make a perception roll and then make a dex roll after that. Okay. Well, you don't really see anything, even though it's like blur. Like quite literally, what happens is that there's a little bit of light inside the hallway that you're in, and what happens is you go and you just lean over, and your face is literally covering the torchlight right over the trap, and it just makes it dark, and you can't just see anything. You're like, jeez. Go ahead and make your dexterity check.
Me? Or is it?
For Seiyuki. That thing is
What the?
quite literally. You're like, I can't really see this, but you just reach your hands inside there, and all of a sudden you just find something. You're like, oh, that's right, and you just pull, and all of a sudden, boom, trap has been disabled.
Okay. What?
What the fuck is that?
I don't even.
No idea.
So like you can't see what you're doing, but
I'm
what
just that good.
you're just like, fine, I'll just stick my hand in there, whatnot. You just reach your hand down in there. You're not even looking. All of a sudden, you just kind of fiddle around. You find, oh, there's the trip switch, and you just rip it out, and then all of a sudden, the trap is just, you can't use it anymore.
I don't understand what's happening.
Fantastic. All right. So where would we like to move to next?
Well, before any barbarians go tripping things again,
What?
I'm gonna come sneaky down this way.
Okay. Peek around the corner. Hold on, let me...
Oh, look, the door.
Oh look, fog.
We'll move this over this way here.
Is that a shortcut?
That was the way the evil wizard do.
Wasn't it?
Pretty sure.
well
Oh
then-
yeah, you went through that door, didn't you?
He did. So then where? Oh, he went through the hexed one at the back. I got it. There's that magically sealed door that. Wait, did we even investigate that door?
Nope.
Why?
Do you want to come back?
Barbarian ran off down the corridor.
Oh,
chance
I
to do
know,
anything, he's just
I
like-
want to check out this door of death down here.
The barbarian's just like,
Oh.
Leroy.
Oh my god.
The door of
Okay,
death.
well, I would like to perception this hallway because we've had a lot of traps lately.
All right, go for it.
I
You are
already know
more
it's gonna fail, but I'm
you
gonna
are
do it
more
anyway.
than welcome to. You definitely get a very good gaze into this hallway down here, and even though you are certain, like in your gut feeling that there is a trap down there, you know that there isn't any traps. You just have this like reluctance with it as well because you've tripped a couple traps along the way. But you can tell that there is nothing down this hallway.
We're good, guys.
All right. Let's see. What would you guys like to do now?
Do we want
I'm
to check
hiding.
the other rooms? Wait,
did you
where the heck
go?
did he even go?
Where? Oh, I see you.
What's a T-Rex behind them?
I would question how you get a T-Rex into the room, but I'd be like, okay, let's just not go that way, guys. You know, I'd rather not get eaten.
All right.
Well, do we want to explore the other rooms, or do we want to go through the clearly obvious, this is where the wizard went door?
Which one?
The one with the magical seal on it in the top right corner.
I feel like we should
And
I should at least get
for
back
those
to
in
it.
stream, I will move just so you can see it real quick, which is up here. That's what they're talking about, is this thing up here.
Thoughts, group?
I gotta
I
take
would like
that
to at
hide.
least. I would like to at least go back and check that room door out over there.
Okie dokie.
Are we going back to the Magic Man door?
So, all right. All right.
Check do I need to do?
Click.
Click. All right. What did I? What did
Make a dexterity check.
Like all the way over there.
Wait,
I? That I was doing.
we were all like walking along the wall and we missed something up there. That's hilarious, actually.
You do actually just barely make it out of the trap. And what you notice, let me make sure that I move everybody over here. What you notice is that much like the other traps that we saw on the other location, you find another set right here.
Okay. Can you get over here, please?
What? Oh,
I nearly got my foot slashed off. Okay. I like my feet. They help me walk.
That they do.
Are you guys, what is it, Palf and, or Buddy and Alexander, are you guys going to stay there, or are you guys going to go up near them?
my doggy's guarding the hallway.
All right. Sounds good.
Checking the corners.
So go ahead and run, what is it, your first a perception check, and then I'll have you do a dex check. And anybody trained in well, all right, you did it. Anybody that has a higher dex, at least a above a 13 in dex, can also assist with the trap stuff. Not a problem. So I think the barbarian can help as well. Yeah, you do help. And then all right, well.
I'm good at this.
Well, that's a really disabled.
Yeah. What is it? The barbarian comes over to help, and you're like, no, I got this. I'm good. I'm good.
I got this.
Thank you, but could you just supervise for right now? Anyway, so you take and you get the trap. Again, you just kind of reach your hand inside, and this time you can actually see the inner workings. You're like, oh, that's where that tripwire is. You just reach down, pull it, and rip it out.
Yeah.
And the trap has been disabled.
So, is there anything else in this hallway I need to worry about, or can I go poke the magic door?
Well, I don't know. A good thing to do would be make a perception check.
Hey, you want to go check the door?
Probably not going to see anything.
Are you going to roll a perception check there, Danzul? You can't see anything if there's any more traps or anything in the room. You can't make out any abnormalities.
I don't think I'm allowed to roll perception after that, am I?
Oh, yes, you are. I'll let you, since you're trained. If you're trained in it, then yes, you can. You also, what is it? Everybody else that is trained in perception that's looking around here, they say there are no traps. There's no more traps leading up to that door.
Okay.
What is it doing?
All right.
And what do I need to roll for this? Arcana, is it?
Roll an Arcana. Do you have history as well, or just
I've got a 2 in history.
He's not trained, but he's got points there.
Okay.
Got points there.
Well, whichever one is highest, you can do investigation, a what is it, Arcana, or you could.
Arcana's higher.
Okay, then go ahead and roll
I'll go
for.
with that.
Yep, go for Arcana then. What you do notice with this here is that, like the door from the floor up, it's very similar, but this one is obviously bigger, more elaborate. So you think that there might be more to this door than just like 2 components that you had before. You think that there might be a lot more to go with this, but you're not exactly sure of how many. But you do notice that it is similar to the one that you had before.
I'll put it into layman's terms for you non-magic people back there. We need to get more magical shit to get this door open.
Sounds good. Let's go investigating.
I try to be respectful and not confuse the non-magic people with magical mumbo jumbo. Because I don't want the headache of explaining it again.
All right, I'm going to assume that you guys are going to go back to that main room you were in before. All right, I will move the camera over there, the viewers.
Make good pupper guarded the hallway.
Awesome. All right, well, let's move into that main room down there.
Main room?
The one that's in the far bottom left corner.
Where we started.
Making sure you don't forget him.
Alexander, are you going to join us?
Sorry.
You okay?
Yeah, I moved the camera too far, and I was just like, where the hell did I put him?
Oh, okay. Sounds good. So now you have what is it? 2 doorways. Well, 2 doors you can check out.
Oh boy,
And-
I wonder what's in this door.
And these here are traps that the cleric perceived. You will trip them if you step on them.
I am inclined to go through the death door because we know it's going to be a small room, basically.
Mm-hmm.
We've already outlined it.
Okie dokie.
If everyone else agrees, that is.
Probably has like 4 floors though. Yeah, but I say we take it out.
Alright.
All right, set your position. You guys position yourselves, and where you want to be positioned before going into the room.
I'm making a point of walking walking around everything.
It's good. Palf, where are you going to be? Where are you going to put your tank? They're going to be going into that room right there.
Boom.
Just like that? Okay. Sounds good. And how are we opening this door?
Carefully.
Okay, who's going to carefully
Let's
open
figure it out.
who's going to carefully
What? No.
who's going to carefully open the door doing a stealth check?
I suppose. Well, hang on. I guess it's my dexterity, unless anyone's got a higher dex than me. I doubt it, but
That is 0. Does the barbarian have stealth?
I feel like that's an oxymoron.
Alright.
Barbarian and stealth are two words that don't really go together.
Yeah?
I could be sneaky.
With an H. Sneaky.
Shitty.
Go ahead.
All right, well, it looks like the only person trained in stealth is our ranger.
Oh boy. We all know how well this goes. I am telling you in advance, it is not my fault. Okay, we've tried this before.
Go for it.
See, I told you.
You go to the door and you put your hand on the door to open it. And as you're trying to lightly push the door open, there's a little piece of rock that is sticking out of the ground that causes you to trip, and you land face first into the door. You make a thud. And from the door you can hear brrrr. You have awakened the room.
Lovely.
So, if you made a successful stealth check, I was going to take and give you guys the chance to move into the room or position yourselves inside the room before we rolled initiative. But this is what we got.
Range shouldn't be rolling the stealth check. We should have the.
Yep.
Where's the rogue? Dang it!
So let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Initiative?
Yep, initiative.
What the hell is going on with this?
Ooh. Let me put these. Oh God. Oh. I've got one good roll and the rest are abysmal. Lucky you guys.
Yay.
All right, so this guy over here goes first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. And then it is going to be Seiyuki.
Oh boy. Okay.
It is quite literally going to be everyone else, or everybody on the team, and then the baddies after this one guy went.
Okay,
Yes.
Well, in that case, because there's really no point in me shooting skeletons, we're gonna go. Actually, wait, no, because that'll be tax. So just there's
Yep.
fine.
Okay.
And
And short sword?
shot sword. Yikes.
They both miss.
Never mind.
Okay, and then next after that is going to be Shalashashka. Or Alexander. That guy. That guy.
Sorry, I keep bumping my mic. Anyways, I can see this one. Right.
Yeah. Okay. What did you get there? 13. 13. Isn't it a dex check? But oh, it still goes against AC. Never mind. That does not hit.
If I change something, I'll start hitting.
Next up is going to be Felice.
Can I move 3 power?
Yep.
Again?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Sure. Go ahead.
Back 1. Alright.
You do miss.
Alright.
Next.
Yep.
Next is going to be, after Felice, it's going to be Palf.
Right back.
Palf,
Yeah.
you're up.
I'm up.
Yep.
Is the skeleton alive?
It's still alive, yep. But if you move like this, you can get to it without it attacking you.
Can I do that?
Sure.
Great sword.
Go ahead and roll your hit, so d20 plus 5. You definitely hit. Roll your 2d6 plus 3. He is hurt. He is definitely hurting. Next up is going to be, I think, Dan Zool.
Yay.
It'll be Dan Zool next.
I'm inside.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll hit this skeleton boy.
Go for it.
Vedic Blast.
You definitely hit.
Yay! Hit something with the spell.
I do damage.
I don't need stupidly overpowered shit to hit stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. You drop him dead. He's gone. All right, next it's going to be them. It's against Palf. Pretty sure that misses. It does. Okay. This one's going against Palf as well.
They're hitting me?
Yeah, but they're missing.
Oh, never
You
mind.
are the tank as well. That's kind of your job.
And then next we start over again, which means that we start with Seiyuki.
All right. So if I move like that.
Yep.
It gets me in without taking attacks, right?
Yep.
Actually, another thing about it, could I? I'm gonna sit back here,
Okay.
and can I mark this dude?
Sure. He has
Okay,
been
I'm
marked. You did hit him.
Yikes.
Okay, so that is 9, 10. Okay. Fantastic. Next up is going to be, I think was it Felice that was next? No, it was Alexander's next.
This guy,
Okay, go for it.
I'm just gonna melee things from now on.
I'm a firing math. He's a boy. Bois?
Oh, have you not seen the series? Hold on.
What is this now?
That sounds familiar. What is it from?
I'm a
What's up?
fire on
Just-
my laser.
Yeah, that thing.
Okay, I know I've heard the line before.
I mean, it sounds vaguely familiar, but I'm not 100%. All right, next up is going to be Felice.
Just move forward. There you go.
You do miss.
Right.
And then after Felice, it's going to be Palf.
What?
You're up.
Okay.
If you move in one more, you can get a plus 4 to damage. If you move one square over, whichever guy you hit, you get a plus 4 to damage.
Doesn't he take attack of opportunity though?
Not if he shifts.
Oh right.
So if I move here,
Yep, if you shift one into there, then you have 3 guys surrounding you, which means that you get an additional 2 points of damage for each additional bad guy next to you. So right
plus 6.
plus 4.
So I hit this guy with
Which
my
one?
greatsword.
Sure, go for it. You hit. So add what is it? 2d6 plus 7. And you drop him dead. Do you want to tell us how it happened?
No.
Okay. Sounds good. Next up after that is going to be Danzul.
Yay. I'll fire an unique blast to that skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
Did.
That does miss.
Okay.
And then next after that is going to be baddies. These 2 guys here are going to attack the paladin. One is going to epically fail. They're both going to miss. Then this skeleton is going to make a run out the door to attack the cleric. He's going to miss. And then this guy is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's going to attack the barbarian. And he's going to miss as well. And then it is going to be Sayuki's turn.
Cool. Alright, well, since he's there anyway, I'm gonna come take a step forward and we're gonna take a swing.
Your double slash.
Yep.
Okay, the first one hits, the second one doesn't. Okay. And then that is going to be... Okay. There we go. He takes damage, but haven't dropped him yet.
Okay.
And then next after that is going to be... Yep. Sounds good. Nope. Doesn't sound good. Felice, you're up.
Okay. Let's see one thing up with Hinata or him.
Go for it.
Yes.
You do hit him. And you kill him. But does he go down? He is undead. He stays down. And Felice, did you roll that D20 after the encounter from the last time before to recharge your boots? Okay, go ahead and roll it now. I understand it's a new item, and I just gave it to you guys, so go ahead and roll it now. Just after the encounter finishes, or roll it again for me.
Okay.
Okay, it did not recharge. Yep. Then after that, it is going to be... After Felice, it's going to be Palf.
Yes, sir.
Who you attacking?
Do I get multiplier by these two people? I mean, baddies.
Yep, you get a +2 now,
Okay.
but that's only for damage.
So can I hit this baddie?
Yep,
Okay. I'll do that.
Alright, sorry, I'm back.
no problem. You're going to be next right after Palf.
Well, that's fine.
You definitely hit. So go ahead and roll your 2d6 plus 5.
Oh.
And roll a d6 now. 1d6. We're going to replace this d6 with a 1. Because you have great sword or great weapon training. What did you get there? You had a 5, so that is another 4 on top of that. That makes that 13 damage. Oof.
Yosh.
He is definitely in pain. He looks like he's on his last leg. And then it is going to be Danzul's turn. Just so you know, Danzul, there is a skeleton that's right here.
Yeah, I did notice that one.
Okay,
That'll be the one I'll aim for. With...
go for it. You do hit it.
So if that doesn't hit, I'll be surprised.
Fantastic. Still alive. Still alive and kicking. And then next, it is going to be Batty's turn. The skeleton is going to attack the ranger.
Oh no.
And I think he's going to miss. Does a 16 beat your AC?
That's a nope, sir, because I am a 17.
Awesome. So then the kobold here, the kobold zombie, he's going to attack the paladin. And miss horribly. And then the other skeleton is going to attack the cleric. And he's going to miss as well. So, Seiyuki, you're up.
Alrighty, what do we got? If I was to move to here, would I take an attack of opportunity for moving out of that kind
If
of
you
radius?
if you do what's called a shift and you condense all your movement speed into one square, you'll be fine. You won't take an attack of opportunity. If you were to say, okay, I'm going to move out of this square, attack, and then use the rest of my movement afterwards, then you would take an attack of opportunity.
My intention was to move up towards the cleric, but if it will give me an attack of opportunity because I'm moving out of his radius, then I won't.
Right. It all depends on, are you condensing your movement down to one square, or are you trying to use all of your movement?
I'm trying to use all of my movement.
Then you
So
would
that
take
would
an
be-
attack of opportunity.
Alright, we'll just we'll mark the skeleton in front of me and take a swing at him.
Sounds good. He has been marked.
Yikes.
The second sword hits. So that would just be 2d6.
Oh, that hasn't got the extra d6 on it. I've got to figure out my macro.
No problem. Awesome. You kill him. Now you can use your movement without taking an attack of opportunity. If you so choose. If you move over one more, you will give the cleric advantage against the. Well, you will technically you both will have advantage. And then after that, it is going to be. I think it's Felice is next. Yes, Felice is next.
Wasn't I after her?
Oh, sorry. No, it is. It's Alexander and then Felice.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Okay, which one do we get here? Both
12.
miss.
Yeah.
Both miss. And then Felice, it's your turn.
I'll move
Go.
forward,
Yep.
put that in front of me.
You do miss.
Okay.
Next up is going to be Palf. Use your greatsword, man.
What?
You got to hit this kobold here. Use your greatsword.
Oh, yeah. Gotta do.
No bonuses this time.
Oh.
So just a d20 plus 5.
Ah!
Oh, you totally miss.
I lost.
And Danzul, you're up next.
Okay. I will go for that one with an edict blast.
Go for it. That does miss. All right. Next is going to be baddies, and this guy here is going to attack the paladin. This guy here is going to attack the cleric. Both are going to miss. And Seiyuki, you're up.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds here because I'm trying to be clever.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna be a little clever here
Okay.
and move my wolf in. Now, if I've got this right, his action is a bite, which is a melee weapon attack.
Yep.
It reads +4 to hit, reaches 5 feet, 1 target. The hit is 7, 2d4 plus 2 piercing damage.
Okay, so the 7 is the average damage. So it would just be the 2d4 plus whatever his, I think it's Dex mod is.
It's got it as +2.
Got it as plus
which
2?
is Dex
Yeah.
+2, yeah.
So it's 2d4 plus 2 is the roll for that.
And then if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 11 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Yep, also give the doggy advantage as well.
Yeah, because he's got pack tactics.
Exactly. So let's roll for the advantage check here for puppers.
Is that a 1d20?
It's be d20. What is his bonus to hit with bite?
It says +4 to hit.
+4 to hit, so it'd be a d20 plus 4. With advantage, so it would be the double. Go ahead, roll one more. Oh, he critted. So go ahead and roll 44.
Is it still +2 or does it end up 44 plus 4?
It's 44 plus 2. The guy is still alive. And he's got to do the dexterity save.
Strength save?
Or strength save, yes. And what was the DC challenge on the strength save?
11.
11? He makes it.
Okay.
So he is not knocked prone. And then next after that, it is going to be Cleric Alexander. You kill him. You squash him and swat him like a bug. You can roll your damage if you like. I want to see exactly how much damage he takes. Reroll your damage because you critted.
Oh.
So it's going to be, what is it, 2d8 plus 3? Yeah. Yeah, the guy's gone. Since you both did a critical damage on him, do you want to narrate what the dog does and then narrate what you do at the very end there, Alexander?
I have no idea.
Well, I'm going to jump in with Pop because I can.
Yeah, what did puppers do?
Okay, so I've run over in this direction after helping the barbarian and the paladin back at the doorway because I've noticed at the back of my corner of my vision that the cleric had a company. So I've rushed over, and as I'm about to engage him, I shout, "No, Titan!" And he jumps out of the shadow at this skeleton and latches onto the skeleton's like collar shoulder bone and starts kind of wrestling it around.
Mm-hmm.
And then cleric can come in.
Yep. We're gonna say that while. So, are you going to narrate what happened, cleric?
Yes, you are.
So the
stuff has been said tonight. So
the dog has basically jumped on top of the skeleton and has been basically ripping it apart. I'm gonna say that the dog was still on it when you swang your hammer
I mean, that's kind of what
or
I was
swung your
envisioning.
hammer. Yep.
sorry, just
All right. So
trying to stay.
not a problem. So as the dog is on top of it like that at the collarbone, the cleric's hammer literally comes down as the skeleton is kind of like jostled around, and the cleric literally comes down with the head of the hammer and drives the skeleton face first into the ground, and the hammer literally comes down and crushes the skull into flinders.
And now Tai-Chan is sitting there gnawing on the ankle bones.
Yep. He's got a giant femur in his mouth, and he's wagging his tail back and forth excitedly.
And just to verify, this guy and this guy are already dead, right?
Yep. The only one that's left is this guy right here.
Yeah, it's 30 feet.
Yep. So next is going to be Felice.
Try and finish off the line of Tony.
Yeah, you definitely connect. Ooh, and he drops dead.
Always.
But how does he drop dead?
Oh, in a very generic fashion.
In a very okay. Sounds good. Mine? All right, hold on just a second. Let me figure out which chest this is here. Open this up.
Just walk past the ring. To hell with your magic.
Yeah, no.
All right, everybody should be able to access it now. It should be 59.
What?
The hell?
What? Really?
Yes.
Really?
Wait, what happened?
Check chest 59.
Oh.
Dano, I'm going to assume that you picked up the
Yeah.
the ring there. So I just kind of removed it from the screen there.
Okay. Oh,
Dad
not
jokes
very-
are not allowed.
What, you guys don't want to use the amulet of one more time?
I think we'll leave it in the chat.
I mean, we can use it. It's just why?
You guys don't know that it plays music, right?
Oh god.
Wolverine's telling him that.
that is that there. So, where would you guys like to move to now?
The which locked door?
We've still got one more door to check, basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
Still well up the way. So
Yep.
Avoid
Okay.
the known trap.
So what I'm does anyone need to heal up or use any potions or whatnot before we move along? Okay.
Not this time.
not this damn.
Did anyone actually take damage?
I think Palf did once. Did you?
I maxed out.
Your max health is 31.
I did one in a hand, so.
Yep, you did that on the barbarian. All right, so let's get our viewers in here as well so they can see where you guys are going to go next. And it looks like you guys have one door left.
Yay!
Looks like someone's rolling a perception check. You can hear some movement off in the distance, but nothing that's really close by. Is someone stealthily opening a door, possibly?
Sure, I'll try this time.
Are you trained? Are you trained in stealth?
Do I have to be?
Yes.
I thought the second attempt had to
We have one person trained in stealth, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Kick open the door.
Well, you can go ahead. I'll let you. I'll let you roll for it. Go ahead. I'll let you try.
I was gonna say, I'm not actually trained in stealth, I just have high dex.
Okay. You do not stealthily open the door. But hold on just a second here. Oh. But you do get noticed.
That sounds bad.
Yep.
Especially if you're an emo.
All right. Well, let's roll initiative.
Oh no, it's an empty hallway. Hey, there we go. That's a initiative if I've ever seen one.
I am rolling really bad initiative.
Sweat it.
The number is literally going down every time I roll it. I'm like not even kidding on that one.
I'm not gonna lie. There was one game that I did play where I actually rolled so horribly throughout the game. I think that like I was playing a rogue at the time, and I had played so horribly that out of the 4 encounters that we had, I think I hit twice. Like throughout all 4 encounters, and my character died that game.
Hey.
Oh my.
That'll show you.
Okay. I stopped using that set of dice after that. I was like, no, you're gonna be microwavable material here pretty soon.
You got a hammer out. Took it out back behind the shed, put it down.
Yeah, I had really got into the what is it, the Crystal Shard series, the Drow series, and I was playing a Drow rogue. And yeah,
That was your first problem.
it
It's Drist. Dead.
All right, so person going first is going to be Seiyuki.
Well, again, oh. Alright, so... Six.
Okay,
Popper's gonna come do about here.
okay.
See him stealthily kick open the door.
I'm gonna ready a shot, please.
I'm going to say you have line of sight to him and him. If you want to take your shot.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
You watched
if
one.
we mark this dude.
Okay. Looks like Desiree is peeking in on us. Totally missed out on a great joke, man. Go for it. That does hit.
Oh, okay.
And that kills him.
Oh. Yay!
Sure, more doors to jokes will open up eventually. Exactly. Next up is going to be Felice.
Stay there and ready, javelin.
Okay. Sounds good. Next up is going to be one of them. Go ahead and take your javelin shot.
Fine.
Your javelin misses. And this guy moves one more space. Okay. Next is going to be we have another baddie here. Hold on, I think I missed something. Oh, that's what I did wrong. Okay. Yep, there we go. Next one is going to be this one here. Why are you not moving? Okay. So the next one after the 16 is a 9, which is Palf's character. Palf, you're next. Just remember you can move only 5 squares.
Oh, I'm back.
It's your turn, Palf. You can move 5 squares. And you can throw a javelin too.
Yeet.
So go ahead and move your 5 squares. That's 4 squares. You got one more. There you go. Go ahead and throw your javelin. So that's 1d20 plus 5 to hit.
Oh.
You do miss. All right. And then we have And then it is going to be Dan Zool's turn.
Okay. We'll go. And I'll aim that guy with an Edict Blast.
Go for it.
Boom.
That hits. And that kills him. He's dead. And then next up is going to be this guy here, and then it's going to be Cleric's turn. Cleric, you're up.
30.
Okay. What are you doing? That guy.
That's it. I moved.
You're not going to use Sacred Flame?
I- Started.
Go for it.
See, that's why we.
Hold on. Hold on a second. Hold the boat. You do hit.
Why?
Yeah. You do hit.
Cool.
Zombies are not the most fortuitous. Let's put it that way. So after that, it is going to be Sayuki's turn again.
Okay. Can I mark this guy
Yeah.
and I'll take a shot?
You do hit. And he looks like he's about to go down. And he does. He is dead. And then next after that, it is going to be Felice. Are you trying to get into this to the zombie over here? Or what are you trying to do?
Come on.
Okay. All right, go for it. You hit. You hit. All right. The zombie is still alive.
I attempt to strike him, he gives me a stern look, and I'm like, right, you ass. Carry on.
Fantastic. Next is going to be a couple baddies, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, did I get... No, that guy is dead. Never
Oh,
mind.
can I roll for the boots?
Did you kill him?
No,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
to
Yeah, go
bring
ahead.
back.
Roll for the boots. They do recharge. Okay, and let's see here. Next is going to be this guy here, who's going to attack the barbarian. And does 3 damage to our barbarian pal.
Yeah.
And then it is going to be this guy's turn. And he's going to come and attack the paladin. And he's going to miss. And then next it is going to be Palf's turn. Go for it, Palf. Yes.
Is this person alive?
Yep. Well, he's undead, but... Go ahead and...
Is it invincible?
Yeah, you can hit him.
No, I don't want my great sword.
Of course. Fantastic, you do hit him. 2d6 plus 3. And roll a d6, and we're going to take that... yep, for the 2 that you got there, roll a d6. And this number is going to replace that number. All right, nothing changes. You take the same amount of damage. All right, so that makes... He is still alive as well. And then next after that, it is going to be... I think it's Dan Zool after that. After Palf. Yep, Dan Zool, you're up.
Right. I will... That dude there with the neat glass.
Go for it.
Boom.
Ooh!
Yay!
Roll your 2d8 plus, I think 3, is it?
Yeah. Wait, sorry, no, the damage.
Yeah, it's 2d8 plus 3 is the with the critical damage.
Rolling 2d8s, it's normally a 1d.
Yeah, but when you do the critical damage to it, you roll a second, or you double the amount of dice that you have. Or your damage dice are the only things that are doubled.
Your modifiers are
If
the
you-
same.
Your modifier stays the same, but your
I know that's the
dice...
same,
Yeah.
but why am I rolling d8s? Not...
Oh, it's a d10?
Yeah, it's a d10.
Oh, sorry. Then 2d10s. My bad. 2d10s.
Because I was like, hey, what?
That's my
Anyway.
that's my bad. Oof. Guy gets hit. Looks like he's about to fall to the ground, and he does. Falls dead. Would you like to explain what happened?
Alright.
Since you got a crit on that.
As I charging up my edict glass, I see Palf and Soyuki standing there, so I decide to be a little fancy. And I basically curveball my edict glass around the two, completely just comes in, blasting him in the side, and just guts of the dude is just smeared all over the wall.
Fantastic. I think there's one guy that needs to move here real quick. And it's this kobold here, which is going to attack the barbarian as well. He's going to miss as well. So next is going to be Seiyuki.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna move myself there. And if I could mark this one.
Which one is it? This one here? Yep, okay. I will mark him for you. There we go.
And we're gonna go swing.
Slashy slash. Both swords are going to hit.
Ooh.
Add d6 on top of that. Awesome. So that's going to be... He is still alive. And then next, after that, is going to be... I think it's Felice's next, right? Or is it... No, it's the... Is it... Have I skipped you, that guy?
Possibly.
I think I did skip you. Go ahead and make your turn. Or do your turn. Yeah, I did skip you. That's my bad. And then Felice, you'll be next. Nope. And then Felice, you're up.
Wait, continue to hit the one in front of me.
Okay, go for it. That does miss.
Okay.
And then after that, I think we have a baddie here, and he's going to attack the ranger. And completely miss. And then I think it's going to be Palfa's next.
What?
I think you're next. What did you roll? Yeah, you're next. Yep. Go for it. Which one are you hitting?
The top one.
This guy here? Go for it. That's your damage. I need you to roll your attack. The 1d20 plus 5. You do miss. And then it is going to be Danzul's turn.
Go for that one there with an Eldridge.
No problem. Go for it. That one does miss. And then this guy here is going to attack the cleric. Miss. And then it's cleric's turn. That guy. Okay. Oh, no, you did hit it. And does 4 damage. Okay. Fantastic. Next up is going to be it's going to be Seiyuki.
Already?
Yep. We're down to 2 guys.
Ouch. Alright, well, I'm gonna get the swords out again.
Go for it. They both hit. Fantastic. He's on the ropes. He does stand back up. Next up is going to be Felice. Okay. That definitely misses. Okay, and then this guy here is going to attack Paladin. And miss. And then it is going to be Palf's turn. Sky, you there?
Yeah. How much health is this baddie at?
Just by looking at him, you can tell that he's pretty hurt.
I'll do this one.
Okay, go for it. Don't forget to add your +2 to damage when you hit. Okay, so, yep, you do hit. So add a +2 to damage on top of whatever you hit him with.
So 2d.
2d6 plus 5. Oof. Let's see. And he dies. Alright, we got the one guy left, and it is going to be Danzul's turn.
What? I will simply rinse and repeat in Eldritch Blast the guy that's left. Ooh.
Wow, fantastic. Roll your 2d10s plus 3. Beefy. He does not stand back up. He dies. You do the last bit of damage here. What happens, man?
Well, I will, as I'm charging my Eldritch Blast up, I decided to be a little fancy with this. Instead of just one shot, I fire it off into multiple little shots,
Mm-hmm.
about the size of, say, golf balls,
Mm-hmm.
that just surround the dude and all hit him really fast at the same time, practically just dicing him up into pieces. There's just chunks of zombie left.
Amazing. I approve. Fantastic. Is that your third critical roll tonight? Or second?
Second, I think.
Second?
Yeah, second in pretty much like 3 rolls, because I got one on that guy there.
Right.
Then I moved, missed. Then I had the crit. Yeah, so it's second in about 3 rolls.
Yeah. Well, you are on a roll today.
Funny. Des would have. Des.
Definitely approve. All right, so let's. Combat has ended, so you guys are have the ability to move around. Sneaky peek.
Nobody was really damaged, were they?
I don't think so. I think some people took minor damage. I think the barbarian took some minor damage. I don't think Palf took any damage though. All right. That is what you see peering around that corner.
Don't like these long corridors. I am going to quickly do a perception.
Okay. Go for it.
I feel like I spam perception, but
Hey, you know something? In dungeons like this, it's very commonplace. You don't feel that there are any traps in the area whatsoever.
Is
excellent.
spamming perception's a bad thing. The room we just came out of, the one with the 5 traps out in front of it, that could have been bad.
Yeah.
Did anyone else want to do anything?
Move forward.
I was gonna go. Sneak.
Okay. Do you want to roll a stealth check or not?
I mean, I'd really rather not alert anything.
That's a yes. Yes,
Okay.
you do. That's a hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Oh,
You are
I'm invisible.
you are so sneaky, nothing hears you. Hold on just a second.
Aha!
Hold on for people that are in stream here. I'm
Oh,
moving stuff around so people can see better.
So it looks like we've got some people over that way and a bunch of things over that way too.
hmm.
And I should probably give you a little bit over here as well. So Alexander and Palf, where would you guys like to move to?
Me and Alex.
Go ahead and move to where you want to with the group there, buddy. Okay.
So what are we thinking, guys? Because obviously we've got 2 problems.
Yeah, all right. Looks like we got 2
Possibly more than
choices. We can go to the left or we can go to the right.
Ugh.
I was wondering if I should start playing some Jeopardy music.
Anybody else? No?
Um. I'm guessing we don't have to do like.
Like, if we all wanted to go past that corridor without getting seen, I would assume yes, we would have to all do stealth checks.
Yep.
Swing around the corridor and
Nick around the corner and get through to this lot.
get rid of that pack first and see from there, since there's no way in hell we're all going to make a stealth check to get anywhere.
Yeah, let's do that.
Thanks. Want to go first?
Sure.
I'll give you guys one movement speed, your character's movement speed to position yourselves.
It's 30. Sure.
Okay. You don't see any traps.
Cool.
Palf, where are you moving to? You got 5 squares you can move. Palf,
Yeah.
where are you moving to?
My turn.
Yeah, you got You can move 5 squares before we start. All right. And let's roll some initiative.
Yay!
Yeah.
Everyone got high stuff. Yay.
Except police. Sucks to be you.
And the cleric.
It's 12. Here we go. All right, so first guy going first is this guy here. He finishes his turn. It is now, I think, Dan Zool, you got the highest, right? For
Got
the
an
group?
18, so the highest, then yes.
Yes.
Right. I will nail that dude with an Eldritch Blast.
Go for it. You do hit. And you kill him.
I was about to say that's barely a scrape on the kneecap.
Mm.
What?
Yep. Yeah. You scraped his
Um,
kneecap, and he is he's not feeling it.
Okay.
He just kind of gives up right then and there. Next up is going to be Palf.
Huh?
You're up.
Okay. Do I have thingy I can throw?
Yep. I think
Or
you can throw it up to 6 squares. So I think you have to move one more square. There you go. And then you can hit this guy here.
so what do I need to roll?
D20 plus 5. Let's see. You do hit. So it's 1d6 plus 3. And you kill him too.
Yes.
And then next, it is going to be one of these guys here. Okay, and then our other guys, we have Denzul, you went. Or Seiyuki, you're next.
Am I?
Yep.
Okay. Oh. Can I please mark this dude?
No problem. Go for it. You do hit him. Okay. Fantastic. And then after that, it's going to be, I have 6 and 3. So we will move. Okay, and then it is going to be Alexander's next, and then it'll be Felice. That hits. He is still alive. And then next it is going to be Felice.
Alright. Roll a ready attack.
Okay. Sounds good. And then next it's going to be, I think everything starts all over again. All right. So that means Danzul, you're up.
Right. I will just Eldritch Blast to that one there.
Go for it. That does hit. Okay, still alive. Palf, you're up. Palf,
Hmm?
you're up. There's nothing to attack you. That thing's dead.
Oh.
You're gonna need to move forward. I think that guy is falling asleep.
Getting there.
Yes, no.
Someone has sleepies.
Can I hit this one?
Go for it.
D. That's fine.
Yep. Ooh! Critical damage.
I hit.
That's 4d6 plus 5 for you because you have another baddie next to you. 4d6 plus 5 because you got a critical hit. And roll an additional d6. One more d6.
5d6?
No, just roll 1d6 right now because we're going to replace the 1 with that number. Oof! Wow. It's an extra 5 on top of that.
I think I killed.
Well, it looks like you might have killed him. Let's double check. Yeah, he's dead.
Great.
You did kill him. Fantastic. So Palf went. That means there is... Sayuki, you're up.
Okay. Oh, look, my target's still up, so we're gonna shoot him again.
Do it. You hit. Oof. Gotta do a check on this guy here. And he is dead. Alright, next is going to be... After that, I think it's this guy here. And it is... And he's going to attack the cleric. And he's going to miss. And then it's going to be Felice's turn. Or no, it's the cleric's turn. Sorry. Alexander, it's your turn. That does hit. That does hurt, but doesn't kill. Felice, it's your turn. Go for it. That does hit. And let me run a check here real quick. He is dead. The encounter finishes, and 1 second here. And then suddenly you hear some angry sounds coming from behind the doors that are directly in front of you. Combat is still in play.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
And it is going to be Dan Zool's turn.
I will go 5,
Mhm.
sit, and I'll just prepare and eat each Eldritch Blast.
Okay, and where were you
First thing that
where
looks
are you preparing to attack with it?
I'm facing like this direction,
Okay, sounds good.
so anything in that direction that I can
All right.
shot.
Next is going to be Palf's turn.
Yeah.
You are still in combat, but there's nothing. You can hear some angry sounds coming from behind doors.
Can I move?
Yep.
5s.
Yep. Okay, and you're looking around this corner. Okay.
Can
Yep.
what do I roll?
You don't need to roll for that. And then next it is going to be Batty's turn. And the guy opens the door and takes a swing at the ranger.
Dang it.
And you take 3 damage. Okay, and then, if I'm not mistaken, you are next.
Damn.
Yeah, you got 13, right?
Yep.
Yep, then you're next.
Damn it, I was hoping he was going to come further out of the room.
Had you been 1 square over, he might have.
Yeah. Can I do a disengage? And
Go
then
for
that's
it.
all. That's my entire turn, right?
A disengage is your entire movement speed.
Okay.
So you
I don't
can
really have any.
you can move up to 6 squares.
Alright. To be honest, I'm actually happy there.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm just gonna move my dog down around the corner so he's like sneaky.
Okie dokie. And let's take. We have 2 more guys here. This guy's going to take a swing at the paladin.
Ow!
And he's going to miss.
Haha.
And swing at the ranger. For another
Really?
3 damage. And then I think it's going to be the cleric's turn after this. You have a 6, right? Yep.
Yeah, I do. Sorry.
Go for it.
Can I hit him from here?
Yep.
No, I can't.
And then it is going to be this guy. And he is going to take the attack of opportunity from both of you to try and attack the cleric.
Ouch.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's a bad idea on his part, wasn't it?
So it's
Mhm.
2d8 plus 3, right?
Yeah, 2d8 plus 3. Go for it. Roll it.
Thank you.
All right, Palf, your turn. Roll your attack.
Can I, it's, is there
Actually, that kills him. I just realized. That does actually kill him.
what?
He's dead. You were going to get an attack of opportunity, but the cleric killed him in 1 shot. So after that, it's going to be Felice's turn.
Yeah.
I didn't even
Oh, sorry. There's 1 more, or 2 more I got to move real quick here.
turn in.
Whose turn? It's going to be it's Felice's turn right now. Go ahead, Felice. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Double once. Oof. You miss.
Okay.
And it is going to be I think it's Dano's turn. Dan Zool.
Right. I
Say,
will
say.
Eldritch Blast
Okay,
that guy there.
sure. Go for it. You miss. And it's going to be Palf's turn.
So there's 2,
Yep. There's a guy right here that you can hit.
2 and 1 is just 1.
All right, sounds good. Your mic is really low, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm not close to it.
No problem. Go for it. Roll your attack, the D20 plus 5. You hit. Roll your damage, 2d6 plus 3. And you kill him. He goes splat.
Yes.
And then it's going to be this guy's turn. He's going to come over and attack the barbarian, for 7 damage. Oof. And then, after the barbarian, it's going to be Sayuki's turn.
Okay. Can I mark this guy in front of me?
Yep. He has a mark. They both hit.
Okay.
And he dies.
Yay.
Alright. Next, it is going to be Cleric's turn. Cleric. Alexander. That guy. Guy
I
who...
think I hear flushing.
Okay. Guy whose name I know, but I'm not going to say on stream. Double check here real quick. That guy, are you back?
Yeah, sorry.
It's your turn.
Alright. Or doesn't take attack opportunity.
Okay. That's a miss.
And is Palf after me, or
Palf already took his turn?
I don't know the order. That's what I was
Yeah,
asking.
Palf took his turn, if I'm not mistaken.
Screw it.
You do hit. And you turn him to dust. Felice, you're up.
Yep, okay. That guy.
This guy right here. You do miss. And then... Okay. And then we start over again, so it is going to be Danzul, you going. You're next.
Right. Well. Kiddo. I'll hit that one there with an Eldritch.
Go for it. You miss. And then Palf, it's your turn. Palf? Palf? Sky?
I'm back.
Okay. Your turn. It's your turn, man.
I'll start going this.
There's still baddies over here, just so you know.
I can't get. Oh, I can just throw some.
Yep.
This one?
Yep. Go for it. Throw your javelin. D20 plus 5. Ooh, so 2d6 plus 3.
Full blank.
Yeah. Do some heavy damage on him. He's still alive, though.
Crit though?
Yeah, that's why you did the 2d6 plus 3. It's usually a 1d6, so I said 2d6. Fantastic job. All right, next is going to be, I think it's this guy right here, and he is going to attack the ranger and miss horribly. And
Bloody tall.
then it's going to be the ranger's turn.
Okay, so if I, because this was me trying to be like smart plan. If I do that, do I get advantage or just the dog?
If you do that, you'd get advantage. Doing this here would give this guy advantage.
Does it also give the dog advantage? 'Cause-
It does give the dog advantage.
Okay, in that case, we're taking the dog. So bite is
D.
24.
Yep. You do hit.
Cool, and then it's
2d4.
2d4 plus 2.
Yep. Okay. Oh, you have to roll another d20 plus 4 because he has advantage. In case you crit. And he does crit. So go ahead and roll an extra 2d4. Man, your dog is on fire tonight.
What?
So that's
Aiden-
Damage.
Aiden's online.
yep. All right, he is still alive. But would you like to say what happens?
Alright, so I deliberately got my dog to wait around the corner just for the right moment. And when this other skeleton's out here in front of us and it's down to the one, I do it like the little whisk. I can't actually do them, but I'm not going to try. That one.
Okay.
I come running out from behind the wall and like full tackles this skeleton and starts kind of gnawing at the back of the rib, like the spine between the rib cage.
Mm-hmm.
Did he recover from the strength saving throw?
He did.
He did, okay. So he's kind of like gnawing on the back of it until he gets shaken off, probably.
And then it is going to be I think it's Alexander's turn.
Or see what's in there.
Okay. We got more guys. Hey, you guys. Okay, and then it's going to be Palf's turn. Or not Palf's turn, Felice's turn. You do get advantage, Felice, against that guy, so you guys can roll both. Or the two attacks that you roll, you can choose between both of the attacks. So obviously the 23 is higher, so go ahead and roll your damage. 2d6 plus 3. 10. That guy is dead. Now you can activate your ability. Ravenous Charge Boots.
Will it count as the end of the battle when if I kill that guy?
Oh, you still have 2 more
Oh.
guys.
Then
Wait, 2.
yes. Okay. All right. I'll do that.
What about the one that's below us?
I said you have 2 more. From the ones that are up in this room here are now in combat.
I know, but there's a third skeleton down here.
Yeah, that's the one he's using his boots for, I think he said.
Okay.
Go for it. You do hit. And he is dead. Double kill. Would you like to narrate what happens?
After a woeful performance tonight, sure, why not? Finally finding my rhythm. I slashed the first one, turn around, and lash at the second.
Fantastic. All right, so let's. We're still in combat. So after Felice, it is going to be. No, nope. This guy, who's going to attack the cleric, and miss doing it. Next is going to be Dan Zool.
Right. I will go. And I'll go for that guy in the door.
Go for it. Yeah, he definitely hit.
I was gonna say, I'm guessing that hits.
I'm pretty sure. And he is still alive. Next after that is going to be... I think it's Palf, isn't it?
I have a 17.
Yep, you're next.
We're still in combat?
Yep. You got these guys up here that are actively pursuing you. Okay. Use your javelin.
Yeah.
Go for it. You miss. Next up is Sayuki.
Okay, so it's only fair to assume the other door has stuff in it too, so... Am I able to go, Am I able to just sneak in here
Yeah, you
without
could.
alerting anything, or...
You need to roll a stealth check,
Okay.
and
I'll do
that'll be considered your action.
In which case, I'm just gonna chill here for a minute and... I have Cure Wounds. That was my level 2 spell that I...
Mm-hmm.
So it's 1d8 plus spell casting modifier.
Okay, should be your wisdom modifier.
Wisdom is 2.
So it'd be a 1d8 plus 2.
We're good.
Awesome. Alright. And next after that, it is going to be Alexander.
Yeah, back.
Okay.
Or not. Or
With a
not.
miss. And then it is going to be Felice.
Yep. Bear with me. No. Three, 6. Double movement.
Yep, you can do a you can do a dash.
7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, no. Don't worry. I'll just stay there.
Okay, sounds good. And then next it is going to be this guy here, who's going to attack the cleric. I think he hits you though.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it is going to be Danzul and then Palf.
I will hit that guy again. With that.
21 does hit. Go ahead and D8 plus 3. It is on the ropes. And dead.
Hey.
Palf, it's your turn.
Alright.
Walk in there and wreak some havoc.
I'll try.
You're not going to go attack that?
Which one?
This one right here.
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay, well, go in here. You have to be right here, and then you can. Okay, go for it. Go for your attack. You hit. Roll your damage. So a 2d6 plus 3. Okay, well, go ahead and roll a d6, 1d6. Alright, and the guy dies. He's dead. Combat has ended. Felice, you can take and re-roll your boots now.
Hey.
And they charge. All right, so there are no enemies actively searching you out at this point. I would say that this is probably a good stopping point,
Yes.
and we can pick up next
Alright.
week
Mm-hmm. Good.
if everyone's good. So why don't we all put ourselves in a room and like barricade the room if we can?
Just pile all. We'll just gather all the dead corpses and pile it.
Get the nail.
Alexander, what are you doing?
Lean up against the door.
Okay. Sounds good. I am going to assume that Dano takes the one of the 5 true and only rings.
See,
I'm gonna laugh when there's 9.
Didn't they give 5 to the Elf King?
3 to men.
3 to dwarves, 9 to
7
men.
dwarf.
9 and then.
3 to dwarves,
was
9 to
7.
men. Okay, that's right.
That's 3
Oh, I thought, no, was it 9 to men, 7 to dwarves, 3 to elves?
Yeah, and then there was the One Ring, which rules
Yeah,
over them
yeah.
all.
All right, so
I'm
I'm.
not a nerd. I don't know what you're talking about.
No. We haven't watched Lord of the Rings more times than we can count.
No, it's not like my mother's obsessed with it or anything.
What's Lord of the Rings?
Didn't we go and see the movies like together in the movie theater?
I was just going to assume that he's just.
No, I'm just thinking about this. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's at some point that we went to a movie theater and saw Lord of the Rings together.
I don't think I saw any of them in theaters, but I know I went over to your place and watched them afterwards when you would.
Oh no, we had that that what is it, when we were hanging out? We sat down and watched the extended version,
Yeah.
all the way from Fellowship to what is it, Return of the King.
Yeah. We had that like 13-hour-a-thon.
Yes, of Lord of the Rings.
It's like you get up, you pee once. That's all you can do.
All right, everybody in stream, we're gonna raid Quidget, and we will be back with more D&D next Saturday. So join us for that. And it looks like Sky and I, or Palf and I, are going to be playing a bunch of Ark probably this next week. So join us for that as well. And have fun with Quidget. He is playing Destiny 2 right now. And I will see you all again probably when you come check me out. And some Ark and D&D on Saturdays. And that's the end of the stream.